12 ways to stay motivated when you hate your job. Stuck in a job you can't stand? You're not alone, but you can survive it. Discover 12 powerful strategies to stay motivated, reclaim your sanity, and build an exit plan, all while keeping your paycheck. Hate your job? Good. Let's use that frustration to fuel your next move. 1. Focus on the paycheck, short-term motivation. When work feels overwhelming, remind yourself that this job is a stepping stone. It funds your immediate needs and future goals, whether it's paying bills, building savings, or financing your dreams. To stay motivated, visualize what your paycheck enables: a stress-free vacation, clearing debt, or investing in a side hustle. Break down your earnings into tangible rewards, e.g., this shift covers my rent, or this project adds to my emergency fund. Pro tip: create a vision board or a savings tracker to link your efforts to outcomes, making the grind feel purposeful. Solution: when demotivation hits, repeat a mantra like, "This paycheck brings me closer to." Remember, this phase is temporary. You're earning now while strategically planning your next move. Use the financial stability this job provides to upskill, network, or explore opportunities without desperation. Every hour worked is a deliberate choice to fund your exit strategy, so stay focused on the bigger picture while appreciating the short-term security your paycheck offers. 2. Set small, achievable goals. When work feels draining or monotonous, break it down into bite-sized tasks. Focus on completing one small thing at a time instead of the overwhelming whole. Celebrate micro wins, like finishing an email, completing a report section, or even just making it through the first hour of your shift. These tiny victories build momentum and make the day feel more manageable. Pro tip: use a checklist. Physically crossing off tasks triggers a sense of accomplishment and progress, keeping you motivated. Solution: if a task feels too big, ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take right now? Then do just that. Remember, small steps keep you moving forward, even in a bad situation. Each completed task, no matter how minor, is proof that you're making it through. Over time, these small efforts add up, maintaining your productivity while you work toward bigger changes. Stay patient. Progress isn't always dramatic, but consistency will get you where you need to be. 3. Find a work friend. When the daily grind feels isolating, seek out a coworker who shares your sense of humor or struggles. Having even one ally can transform a toxic workplace into a survivable one. A work friend provides emotional relief, whether through shared laughs, mutual venting, or just knowing someone gets it. Pro tip: schedule regular breaks together, like coffee runs or lunch chats, to break up the monotony and create small moments of connection. These interactions act as mental resets, making long shifts feel shorter. Solution: if you're unsure how to connect, start with low-pressure questions like, "How's your week going?" or "What's keeping you busy outside work?" Common ground often emerges naturally. Remember, you're not alone in feeling drained or frustrated. Others likely feel the same but hide it. By building camaraderie, you create a support system that makes challenges easier to endure. Even if the job isn't forever, the solidarity you cultivate now can ease the journey until you move on. Plus, networking with colleagues might open unexpected doors for your next step. 4. Learn something new, skill building. Even in a job you dislike, there are opportunities to grow. Use slow periods or downtime to develop skills that will propel your career forward. Whether it's taking an online course, earning a certification, or simply observing how processes work, or don't work, you can turn a stagnant role into a stepping stone. Pro tip: keep a running list of transferable skills you're gaining, like conflict resolution, time management, or technical proficiencies. These are valuable assets for future roles. Solution: dedicate just 15 to 30 minutes daily to learning, whether it's listening to a podcast during your commute or practicing a new software tool. Small, consistent efforts compound over time. Remember, every day is a chance to grow, even in a bad job. The knowledge and resilience you build now will pay off later, making your next opportunity even better. Instead of counting down the hours, focus on how each shift brings you closer to the skills and experience needed for the career you truly want. Stay curious, and let this job fuel, not define, your future. 5. Create an exit plan. When stuck in a draining job, shift your mindset from trapped to strategic by actively planning your next move. Dedicate just 30 minutes daily to job hunting, networking, or improving your resume. Small, consistent actions build momentum. Pro tip: set a clear timeline with milestones, e.g., apply to 5 jobs per week, or leave by December, to turn vague frustration into measurable progress. Break the process into steps. Research target companies, reconnect with contacts, tailor applications, and practice interviews. Solution: treat your exit plan like a side project, schedule it in your calendar and track progress weekly. Even if change doesn't happen overnight, taking control restores a sense of agency. Remember, having a plan reduces helplessness. Every application sent, connection made, or skill learned is a step away from a bad situation and towards something better. The job may still be tough, but now it's temporary. You're not just enduring it, you're using it as fuel to propel yourself forward. Stay patient but persistent, your future self will thank you for starting today. 6. Disconnect after work. When your job drains you, the healthiest rebellion is refusing to let it invade your personal time. Set non-negotiable boundaries, silence work notifications, avoid checking emails, and mentally clock out the moment you leave. Pro tip: create a clear transition ritual, whether it's changing clothes, taking a walk, or practicing deep breathing, to signal to your brain that work mode is off. Fill your evenings with activities that recharge you, whether that's cooking, gaming, working out, or simply doing nothing without guilt. Solution: if work thoughts intrude, jot them down for tomorrow and physically close the notebook. A trick that trains your mind to compartmentalize. Remember, your job doesn't define you, it's just a role you play temporarily to fund your real life. Protecting your mental space isn't lazy, it's essential for maintaining the energy to eventually pursue better opportunities. The more you separate your identity from the job, the less power it has to erode your well-being. You owe your employer your time, not your peace, guard it fiercely. 7. Reward yourself. Surviving a difficult job deserves recognition. Build in small but meaningful rewards to celebrate your resilience. After particularly tough shifts, treat yourself to something enjoyable, a specialty coffee, an episode of your favorite show, or guilt-free relaxation time. Pro tip: boost motivation by tying rewards to specific achievements. When I finish this project, I'll try that new restaurant, or time-based milestones. If I make it through this month, I'll book a weekend getaway. This creates positive anticipation to counterbalance work stress. Solution: keep a running list of affordable treats and experiences you enjoy, so you always have something to look forward to. No reward is too small if it brings you joy. Remember, positive reinforcement keeps morale up during challenging periods. These intentional moments of pleasure serve two vital purposes. They acknowledge your current effort and remind you that life exists beyond your job. By regularly celebrating your perseverance, you reinforce that your well-being matters, whether you're enduring a temporary situation or building towards something better. Self-rewards transform survival into a series of small victories, making the journey more bearable. 8. Reframe your mindset. Even in an unfulfilling job, you hold the power to shift your perspective from victimhood to growth. Start asking, what is this teaching me? Whether it's patience with difficult people, resilience under pressure, or clarity about what you truly want in a career. Pro tip: keep a daily gratitude journal listing 3 work-related positives, like a completed task, a kind interaction, or simply the paycheck that funds your freedom. This practice rewires your brain to spot opportunities instead of only obstacles. Solution: when frustration peaks, pause and affirm, this is temporary, and I'm gathering strength for what's next. Visualize your future self thanking you for enduring and learning from this chapter. Remember, this job is merely a stepping stone, not your final destination. The skills and grit you're developing now, even in less than ideal circumstances, are secretly preparing you for better opportunities ahead. By choosing to see challenges as training rather than torment, you reclaim power over your experience. Every day survived with this mindset brings you closer to the day you'll look back at this job as a pivotal phase that shaped your resilience. 9. Improve your workspace. Your physical environment has surprising power over your mental state. Transform your workspace into a sanctuary that sparks joy rather than dread. Start small by adding personal touches, a framed photo of loved ones, a low-maintenance succulent, or an inspiring quote that reminds you of your goals. Pro tip: invest in noise-canceling headphones to create an auditory escape. Pair them with focus playlists or calming nature sounds to mentally distance yourself from workplace chaos. Solution: if decorating isn't allowed, keep subtle mood boosters like a favorite pen, scented hand lotion, or lock screen wallpaper that makes you smile. Organize your area to minimize clutter, because visual calm creates mental calm. Remember, a better environment equals a slightly better mood, and sometimes that 10% improvement is what gets you through the day. While these changes won't fix a toxic job, they create pockets of peace that make the hours more bearable. Your workspace is territory you can control in an otherwise uncontrollable situation. By curating this small domain, you're not just enduring your job, you're asserting that your well-being matters, even in less than ideal circumstances. 10. Take mental health days. When the weight of a draining job becomes unbearable, remember, your sick days and PTO exist for restoration, not just physical illness. Schedule mental health breaks before reaching breaking point, using them to sleep in, pursue hobbies, or simply exist without demands. Pro tip: between scheduled days off, incorporate micro escapes like 5-minute outdoor walks, quiet stairwell breathing sessions, or closing your eyes at your desk. These small resets prevent cumulative burnout. Solution: if taking full days feels impossible, try arriving late, leaving early occasionally, or scheduling appointments during work hours to create breathing room. When guilt creeps in, remind yourself that a depleted worker is an unproductive worker. Companies replace employees, but you only get one mind and body. Remember, rest is productivity. Don't feel guilty for recharging. Those emails will still be there tomorrow, but your capacity to handle them grows when you honor your need for recovery. By normalizing mental health pauses, you reject the toxic myth that suffering equals dedication. Each break, whether an afternoon or just 5 mindful minutes, is an act of resistance against workplace exploitation, and an investment in the energy you'll need to eventually transition somewhere better. 11. Focus on external fulfillment. When your job feels soul-crushing, reclaim your sense of purpose by investing energy into meaningful activities beyond the workplace. Dedicate time each week to passion projects, creative pursuits, or side hustles that align with your true interests, whether it's writing, photography, coding, or volunteering for causes you care about. Pro tip: strategically build experience in your desired field by freelancing, taking on pro bono projects, or attending industry meetups. These efforts create bridges to better opportunities while your current job funds the transition. Solution: treat your off hours like precious real estate by scheduling passion projects with the same importance as work meetings, even if it's just 30 minutes daily. The psychological boost of progress elsewhere will make workplace frustrations more bearable. Remember, your job pays the bills, your purpose can come from elsewhere. By developing an identity separate from your 9 to 5, you protect your self-worth from workplace toxicity. Those evening writing sessions, weekend art classes, or morning networking calls aren't just hobbies, they're the foundation of the life you're actively building beyond this temporary situation. Every external achievement proves to yourself that this job doesn't define your potential, it's merely fuel for your real journey. 12. Remind yourself, this isn't forever. When the daily grind feels endless, consciously reframe your thinking. You're not trapped. You're making a strategic choice to stay for now while building your exit strategy. Repeat this empowering mantra whenever frustration peaks. I choose to stay today, but I can leave when I'm ready. Pro tip: keep a visible list of your ideal job criteria, whether it's better pay, remote flexibility, or meaningful work, to reinforce that this role is temporary and better options are possible. Solution: combat hopelessness by tracking your progress, savings milestones, networking contacts, or new skills that edge you closer to leaving. Tangible evidence of forward motion is powerful. Remember, every job has an expiration date, yours is coming. The colleagues who once sat where you sit moved on, and so will you. This chapter will eventually become just a story you tell about resilience during your climb to something better. Until then, let this awareness liberate you. The countdown is running, and each paycheck, lesson, or connection gained is another step toward the door. Your future self will look back at this period not with regret, but respect for how you endured while keeping your eyes on the horizon. Conclusion: hating your job doesn't mean you're stuck, it means you're ready for change. These 12 strategies aren't just about surviving a bad workplace, they're about reclaiming your power while you plan your next move. Every paycheck, skill, and small win brings you closer to something better. Stay focused, stay patient, and remember, this is temporary. Your future self will thank you for persevering. Until then, keep these tools close, protect your peace, and never forget, you deserve work that doesn't drain your soul. The countdown to freedom starts now.